Yeah, bridging the gap. Nyomi Banks, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and welcome to another episode of Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we're talking about love, sex, relationship advice, cultural differences, spiritual uplifting, and so much more, while bridging the gap and teaching the world while educating them on sex, love, language, and attitude. You know, today I felt today's like we really don't have a topic. Today is all about us keeping it real. It's been so much that's been happening in the world these past 2 weeks, not only with the world, but also with myself, that I just wanted to come on here and just be real. But not only that, but I want to try something a little different this week. I wanted to try to make it to where it was more interactive with you, my listeners, that you can come on and you can actually ask me some questions. And if you want to be included within this show with us talking about different things. We're going to be talking about some documentaries that we saw, from Bill Cosby to Hugh Hefner's show, the Kanye West. Yep. That was a great documentary. To be talking, even having our little input on the war, on what's going as well. And actually, so I can let y'all know about, I wanted to come back, but let me do this because I can keep talking. Let's go to Sexy Ears Cosmetic real fast, our sponsors. Then we're going to come back and I'm going to introduce you to my co-host. And then I got a guest too tonight. All right. This is your girl, Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is Sexy Ears Cosmetics. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks. And Sexy Ears Cosmetic is our official sponsor here at Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. So you guys make sure you go by sexyearscosmetic.com and let them know Nyomi sent you. Get a great discount. They are naturally 100% organic, vegan. They sell everything from soap to scrubs to everything for you to keep you sexy always. Sexy Ears Cosmetics. Use the code AskNyomi for a 10% discount. All right, well, thank you, Sexy Ears Cosmetics. Again, this is why my skin is glowing. Right, before we get started, I want to make sure that I introduce my boy, my guy, Dog Pound Mike, what's going on, baby?
What's happening?
All right, so you ready for? So this is a kind of like a more easy type of week for us.
Laid back, huh?
I think it is. It's laid back because I really want to touch base on a lot of things that's been happening right now. Okay. You know, when I thought about creating Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap, you know, I didn't want to just talk about sex. I just didn't want to talk about spirituality, but I wanted to talk about everything that's in between it as well, cultural differences and things that's happening right here today, right now. For the past few days, I've been having insomnia. Like I haven't been able to sleep. My migraines been really, really bad. If anybody been following me, they know that I've been suffering from migraines probably all of my life. But as I gotten older now, they are more in tune with me. All right, so let me tell you something. What I do now, I used to have medication that I used to take, but I no longer take the medication because what it does, it zoinks me out completely. Okay. Completely. I said, okay, so I was told, you know, go get you some little edibles or smoke you a little something. Right. It'll kind of smooth it all out for you. And I'm like, well, I can't get high. You know, I done that. I don't smoke weed. Never got high before. White smoking weed, mind you that. I was like, no. So then I start eating edibles. All right. So I had my first episode on edibles. I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all. I don't know if I'm going to share this right now, but keep that on the cover. I had a nice little trip with that one. And I found out that it's really effective. So what I found out is that I can take the little gummy, you know, the little infused gummy bears, and it kind of will, like, you know, mellow me out some and actually kind of put me to sleep some. So I went and got this new We're going to say prescription. Wow. We're going to say I got a new prescription. You know, because my migraines get a little stronger, right? I mean, I've tried every home remedy possible to man that I've tried for these migraines, and it wasn't happening. So this week I take one, only take one, and I'm gone. 2 hours later, I'm like, literally, I can hear shit from 2 blocks away. Like I'm watching a damn movie and I'm directing the movie. Like I already know what's going to happen. Like I wrote the damn movie, and that's what it was. Wow. That is not what it was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that was the only way that I can really, you know, be cool this week. And when I say it's been a long, hard week for me, it has. Then plus, you know, I've been going up and down with my weight. Y'all saw for the past 3 years, I did like about 6 different weight loss shit. I starved myself for like 2 weeks, stuff like that. Went on I went vegan for like a whole month, didn't eat no meat at all. What the hell was that? I was going on with that. Like I tried everything possible because I've never been like this. For me, it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? But then I love my curves. You understand what I'm saying? But what was happening? And I'm gonna be honest. What was happening is that I was watching these damn girls on this damn Instagram with these little flat ass waists that don't have any of the rolls at all on their bodies. No rolls at all. And I'm like, wow, how they get it like that? Knowing I know they'll have some surgery. I know that shit. But still, my mental mind tell me, girl, you can get that. So you working hard, you starving yourself, you doing everything possible to be not small like that, but to have your stomach flat and your back flat. Mind you, I had 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm an older woman. I can't get that small. And why would I want to be that small, right? So start to embrace all of my curves, right? Right. So I was like, okay, so I'm embracing all of my curves and, you know, doing all of that. Then I was doing some reading earlier today and found out that guess what? I am going through menopause. So for all that is wondering, no, my hoo-ha, my vagina is not dry. It still gets very, very wet. It still gets very, very wet, but I have all the rest of the signs of it, like mood swings, hot and cold flashes. Like when I'm downstairs, I'm cold as hell. When I'm upstairs, I'm hot as hell. So I got the air on, the window open, and the fan on. Mind you, my mom said she never went through any of this. And I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? Then I have these times where I'm like horny. Like I'm really horny at one moment. And then the next moment, I would dare somebody to touch me. So I wanted to really share with y'all, like, this is really going on. I don't care how famous you think you is, how fine you think you is. You cannot escape away from Mother Nature. You cannot. And even though I have some very positive posts, because that's what I be feeling like in the morning. But by noon, I be ready to choke up, bitch. I am so serious. But let me say this. Okay, so I just wanted to, you know, keep it real in that aspect because I know I'm just going on and on and on and on and talking. But that's what this show is about. It's about being real. It's about keeping it real on this show. And I'm going to keep it real. Again, earlier this week, I got something in the mail that day that really solidified things for me. And I know people say, well, you should have known that you was going to get it and you should have known. No, I didn't know. I would never know, you know, because things, what's meant for you is meant for you. And sometimes you don't know what is meant for you. But I'm going to tell you this, when I got this, can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? When I got this, it definitely solidified everything and everything that I work for in the industry. And I am very, very honored to have gotten that award, to be recognized by my peers in the industry in that, especially being a woman of color, being a Black woman, being an ebony woman in this industry and coming in the industry as late as I did. I started this industry when I was 30-something years old. And I played straight catch up. You know what I mean? Like I kind of knew exactly what I was doing and where I was going in when I was doing it. But the thing is, y'all don't know who I was before I got into this industry. Like before I was in the adult industry, I was in the music industry. I was signed to a major contract and everything. I modeled around the world, everything. Like I did everything possible that it could be. So I kind of knew where I was going with it. But my conversation today that I had with my sister, we were talking about one of our producers who we were very loyal to him. And we were kind of screwed over a little bit in some things. And I guess, but what we learned is that's how the industry was.
Right.
And we were very angry at him for a long time. But as we started to transition, you know, in our life as we got older, and we realized that certain things happen for us for a reason. Because people always ask me, why did you get in porn? Why porn? Mind you, I've never watched porn a day in my life. And I said, you know what? I didn't choose porn. Porn chose me. And it really did. And I tell you, I can't wait till the book come out. It's going to be a little while because I can't tell everything. But once the book come out, they'll be like, damn, like, really? Yes. But it's been an exciting ride. And so now what I do right now is that I continue to encourage and uplift people. And regardless of what your choices in life, you can still be the best person who you want to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Who you want to be. All right, so I asked one of my good new boo-boos. This is my new baby. This is my new boo-boo. My new boo-boo. Man, I'm telling you, she be coming for folks in the messages and stuff like that. I have to like, we got to keep it sexy all the time. But I want to bring my baby in, Charmaine. What's going on, Charmaine, baby?
Hey.
So beautiful.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. All right, so let me tell you why I asked you to come on this show because I think it was last week after the last week or week before last, you had posed a question to me, and I actually posed it today on social media a little bit ago, and you had asked me the question, who eats first? Like really? Who who is served first in your household? Your child or your spouse?
Right.
And I'm gonna hold my answer for right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Dog Pound Mike first. Who getting served first in your household? Are you getting served first, or your child getting served first?
Woo, you know, I'm a dog, baby. I'm getting No. Me, I don't care how hard y'all think I am. I'm letting the family eat first. You know, I'm always eating last as the man of the house. The kids eat, the wife eat, everybody eat before I eat. Because I think as a man, it is your job to provide. Mm-hmm. And being a provider, you want to make sure everybody is eating and well taken care of, you know. And once that happens, yeah, I eat the last of the fried chicken. Just save me some potatoes and some chicken. That don't mean go get greedy. Now, the kids go get greedy. Don't go get greedy on me now and eat it all. But, you know, as a provider, as a man, I think a man should eat last.
Right.
Or the head of the household.
Okay. I hear you. For you, Charmaine. Now, I'm not going to say what you said, but what did you say?
Man, I said I eat last in my household. Shit. The husband eats first, then the kids. I guess it's old school, but I eat last. But sometimes I want to be first, and I'm the only lady in the house.
You know what? And I remember I was telling her that's something like how my mom and my grandmother was when, you know, with my father and my grandfather. It's like they used to, you know, serve them first. You know, my mom used to eat last, and my grandmother used to eat last. You know what I'm saying? Even if my grandfather wasn't there, or my dad was in there, they'll make sure they make their plate first and put their plate, you know, to the side. Right. But when I was asked, it's like, no, like for me, even when I cook, I don't serve myself. I'm just serve. And they be like, yo, spoil ass. Like, but no, I mean, and even I offer to serve, you know, but I guess that's the queendom over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get like that.
You know, so but that is good, because the thing is in the kids, the prince and the princesses should eat, and then the queen should always be eat before the king eat, if you want to put it in that language.
Yeah.
You know, if you put it in language. But my thing is yes, I do have a queen in the household, you know, and the queen should always eat for me, you know, and I don't mind being the king in her queendom.
Oh, this Negro. All right, he got funny. So let's do this real fast. I want to take a quick break and then I want to come back. And because I want to talk, because I know I had sent you over a few documents to look at. So I want to see what you thought about some of them. And let's have it. I want to open it up to everybody else too, what they thought of it too. All right. All right. So here we go. We're taking a break. Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is your girl Nyomi Banks here. Dog Pound Mike, and Miss Charmaine. We'll be back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and Sexy Is Cosmetic is our official sponsor here at Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. So you guys make sure you go by sexyiscosmetic.com and let them know Nyomi sent you. Get a great discount. They are naturally 100% organic, vegan. They sell everything from soap to scrubs to everything for you to keep you sexy always. Sexy Is Cosmetics. Use the code Ask Nyomi for a 10% discount. All right, thank you, Is Sexy Is. Well, welcome back, Miss Charmaine, baby. You still here? You ain't ran off just yet, huh?
Hey. No, I'm still here and standing in the paint, baby.
I know that's right. All right, Dow Palm, Mike, what's going on, baby? You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready for this? All right, so you know I've been on this watching these really good docs lately. Seriously. I don't know if you guys watched the Kanye one. That was really good. That was good.
Really?
Cosby. Did y'all watch the Cosby one? The Cosby one was good, and the Hugh Hefner was good. So, all right. Yeah. You know, because actually me and Mike had this conversation before about the Bill Cosby one. And I want to see everybody in the comments who watched the Cosby one. And actually, I want to do this too. I want to open it up. So what we're trying to do right now is anybody that want to be a part of this conversation and have their voice heard, I want you to hit Dog Pound Mike in the private chat right here, and he will send you a link to add you on to come on to have your speaker say or whatever. But let me say this, when you do come on, you better be very respectful in how you speak or you say, or you know, or Charmaine gonna get your ass.
That part.
All right, so first of all, with the Bill Cosby show, with the Bill Cosby, when the first thing came out, about him, you know, drugging the ladies and things of that sort, I was truly on the fence. And let me tell you why I was on the fence with it. It's because there were so many people that were saying that the reason why that they were putting this out on him is because he was getting ready to buy NBC and, you know, such and such and such. So they was trying to bring a black man down, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I was following with the rest of the black folks, like, yeah, because that's Bill Cosby. He would never do that. Like, how would he speak badly on somebody else bringing that shit out when he doing all this? There's no way that he can be doing this, and not when you have a beautiful wife, right? So I'm gonna tell you the truth when I start to believe it. It's when Beverly Johnson said it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so bad because at that moment I felt like all of the rest of their voices were not heard until I heard a black woman. So real, can I be honest? So really what that made me a part, that was a more of a racial stereotypical opinion that I had.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I had to check myself on that. But when you watch that documentary and they break it all down to you, and it's like, I remember hearing about that that little fly thing, Spanish fly joke. That's how I first learned about Spanish fly, was listening to his joke going past one of my uncle's room or something like that when he watching the, you know, and never thought. So it was like when I saw that, I was like, damn, so shit, he was doing the same thing R. Kelly doing, or better yet, R. Kelly was doing the same thing he was doing, like putting the things that he was doing in his lyrics to these young ladies. Bill Cosby was telling you how to slip a Mickey or, you know, get a woman to knock them out cold so you can be able to do what you want to do with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he was doing.
And when I saw that, I was like, wow, because it was some things, it's like we looked at Bill Cosby like he was America's dad for both black and white culture. You know what I'm saying? He was there, he was up there. And when he fell and they brought him down, that was our whole culture that came down. And I felt that. But when I saw this documentary, I'm not gonna lie, it changed my whole outlook. I felt bad. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And you know something, that is true, because he was, like you said, he was American dad, not only for black people, but for white people as well. But then when he went down, it just seemed like all the black folks went down.
Yeah.
And then most of the white people, they jump on, oh yeah, I knew it. And y'all didn't know it because y'all was on the bandwagon back him and don't want to get ahead of myself, but the thing is, when you see him, he was running with the white crowd. Right. He was running with the white crowd.
Right. And you know, I guess because you always hear this, and you know, it's so funny because I remember when the Me Too movement came, and it was you know, really just kicking it down. I mean, it was really hardcore at that time. And I remember having a conversation with she's now no longer my friend, but we had an argument because she said the Me Too movement was full of bullshit. And I was like, you've never been on the end as I have, as a woman that's trying to be in the entertainment business or the music business to get ahead. And there's certain things that they ask for you. For a long time, I had to be a certain age. For a long time, I couldn't be in a relationship. I had to pretend like I was single so I can get myself through the door. And people can say, oh, you just did that because you wanted to. No, now y'all know damn well that they wasn't allowing a woman or even a man, if you were, you know, gay, to come in like that. You know, they want you willing and available for those things. You understand what I'm saying? So as I'm watching these different documentaries, I'm like, oh, wow. Like that was happening. So now I believe them. I should have believed them then, but I believe them now. But that's from my point of view. Now I know when you hit me up and you asked me, you said, what's your thought on that? Charmaine, you was like, what's your thought on this? Like and I told you, you know, I kind of changed my mind on it. You know, I didn't think that he had did it at first. I thought it was a conspiracy theory, but now I truly believe that, you know, but then he said he did it. Yeah. He said he drugged them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's crazy. Now for you, what's yours? I'm just talking.
Man, I'm with you. It hurt my feelings a little bit with Bill because I had such respect and I grew up on Cosby Show and all this. So when I was watching it, I'm like, no. And it changed my entire perspective on him. Yeah. Still love the Cosby Show, but yeah, I'm like, come on, Bill. Like, yeah. And
I guess another question is can you separate the artist, the celebrity, the actor from the person? Because a long time people was like, don't listen to R. Kelly music. Don't, because remember they took the Cosby Show down. You know, they took that, you know, do you put them both in the same realm? You understand what I'm saying? And that's a hard one, because it's like, it's not only him as in the Cosby Show. You got Felicia Rashad, you know, Claire, you got Vanessa, you got all of these different black faces and black people that each one of our black households that we were, you know,
want to be like,
we were a part of, that we saw part of ourselves in there. It was a conversation I had earlier today. And I got some chocolate babies. My babies are chocolate just like me. And I was just talking about as my girls were getting older, is that my oldest one, she was good. She was comfortable in her skin. You know, she was a thickum. She just body out of this world. My middle baby, she had a little problem because she was a little more skinnier like me, you know, not as dark as me, but it was trying to get her bearings on who she is and what she should be with her crowd, or trying to get a crowd like that. So she used to ask me, well, mommy, what did you used to do? I used to do my own thing. I didn't, and I guess it was more easier for me because I had people that were on TV that looked like me. Right. I had Janet Jackson that played Penny. You know, her hair was nappy, just like my, you know what I'm saying, on Good Times. You know, so we had limited visuals, but those limited visuals kind of favored and looked like us or looked like me. So I didn't have social media like they have now, where they have all of these girls with different type of things, you know, that they have to battle with, you know, with their own self-esteem. And now that I'm older, I battle with my self-esteem a little, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to be honest with that, you know, but it's like, for you, you're a darker woman. What was your, you know, as you growing up, how did you get through that, or have you gotten through that?
Good question. I would say, yeah, I've just confidence in myself, being confident. Sometimes, you know, you may get down on yourself. I do a little, but just talking to myself, encouraging myself. And I had great parents encouraging me and lifting me up along the way. But just being confident in your own skin, you know, encouraging yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, and I guess when, like the Bill Cosby thing, when all of that was taken away, it makes you question a lot of things. You understand what I'm saying? So that very good thing that was up there that put that bright light on everybody, you know, on us color, you know, because it only just go from there. It goes from a different world. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of trickled down on everything. Because remember, when Different World, that's when everybody wanted to go to college. That's when all of, you know, all of the black HBCU colleges, all the numbers and everything went up. And so when that narrative came out that it was a, you know, a conspiracy, we were like, oh, hell yeah, yeah, it is. But then you find out now is that, you know, society protects a lot of our pedophiles and our rapists and our, you know, and it's horrible. It's truly it's horrible. It really is. It's horrible.
You know, something I want to go back to the statement you just made a little bit ago is, can you take the actor, real person, opposed to what they do on screen or what they do on music? And that is hard, because a good friend of mine, actually, he's a cameraman, and he always told me he'd never be in front of the camera. He said, because everybody in front of the camera are liars.
Wow.
and the thing is, and I won't take it from, you know, Bill Cosby point. I'll take it from a more positive, like what's his name? George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley.
Sherman Hemsley.
They say he was such a shy, quiet person, but when the camera comes on, you know George Jefferson, boom, 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 boom. And a lot of people say his character on there, being racist, being this, and being argument, was so far from the truth of the person who he really is. You know, and I think that's where we get caught up in some things too. Because Bill Cosby, his persona that we see him on the Jell-O commercials, on Fat Albert, on all the stuff he is like, that is a positive figure. He is selling products, he's doing things, making a lot of money. And then you see a dark side, and then you wonder, so was everything he's saying and selling and promoting, was it all a lie?
Yeah. You know what? So, okay, so, because I know who said it, and I think I said something to him when he said that. When a script is written for you, you become that character.
You can become that character.
You become that character when that script is written for you. So once you leave, that set, you are no longer that character.
You go back home.
You go back home. But what Bill Cosby did is that he went out and he told Black people on how horrible they was, on how, you know, so you literally told Black people on how they're not being their Blackness wasn't as strong as his powerful Blackness that it was. You understand what I'm saying? So he kind of belittled Black people for a long time. For a long time. So, you know, I guess because I'm getting speechless right now because I'm trying to kind of hold some things back. So maybe I'm about to lie a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm going to hold some stuff back because it's just like, like now I see him.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him.
You know, it's like now I see him. And even though they say, you know, people can, you know, edit and document things, you know, a certain type of way. But what's his name? The Hill guy, the professor. When he said that he had wrote a paper on Bill Cosby when Bill Cosby came and he did a speech and he was talking down to all of the black men that was there, right? So then he said that he had wrote a paper and Bill Cosby was so upset that this man wrote a paper about him that he tried to get this man fired. Try to get this man fired. But you can spill and say everything that you want to say about somebody else. But once it says something about you, then now everybody has to get fired. But then he said when he went to Bill Cosby and was like, you know, hi, I'm such and such and such, let me talk. He said, dude put on his glasses, turned his back towards him. He was like, I was like, ooh, he did a bitch mode. Like, that's like, you know, like, wow. But then he saw the Philly Bill Cosby come out. Like, he was like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you. Why you fucking with me? And then I was like, yeah, okay. I got it. I mean, I had it before, but it was like, I really got it now. Like, I really got it now. And as I was watching that, I was also watching the Hugh Hefner story. And actually, that's still going on right now. And why? Because I knew Hugh. I knew him in his older years. And all the time that I was around him and his brother, they were the sweetest pies to me. First of all, they was old as hell, so there wasn't nothing that they can do. But when I was hearing the stories on a lot of things that was happening, you know, during the time, especially in the 70s and 80s, I was like, wow, I can believe a lot of that stuff was happening. Like, I can truly believe. I've been to the Playboy Mansion. I've been to the parties. You know, the grotto was our favorite thing to do. You understand what I'm saying? But there were other things that was happening. And you really don't, when you in the midst of it, you really don't think there's somebody there being drugged. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're all having a good time. You know, I know I didn't do drugs. You know, I know that when I went to go to the bar and go get my own drink. I kind of knew that going in that I would never allow anybody to go get my drink that I didn't know. And I really didn't know anybody there. So I would go, you know, get my own drink, you know, and watch them pour it from or whatever. So that to help me to say, to know once I'm there, then I'll leave there in the same mind. But everybody didn't have that, you know, that mindset of that, you know. So when I looked at both of the documentary, the difference is that they waited till Hugh was gone. You know what I'm saying? To bring all of that out to where now, you know, Bill Cosby is here and this is happening to him in the real time. You know what I'm saying? In the real time. And I worked for Playboy, you know, and it does hit a certain type of way. Like a lot of the men that are going down now for all of these sex crimes and everything, I've been right there. I've been in the midst of it all, not a part of it, but in the midst of it, either before, during, or after. And it's like, damn, like, was I that blind to not see it? You understand what I'm saying? Was I so blind not to see it? Like R. Kelly, I never seen him with no little girls around. You know, I've always heard about him going to the mall. You know, he used to hang at the mall. You hear but they were rumors, and even with the rumor of him marrying Aaliyah. Some people thought that was a rumor. I didn't know that was real. You know, I didn't, because people have rumors all the time. You know, it's rumors on me. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what's real or not. But then when I start to like, okay, where it's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? There's some more stuff in here. There's some more things. I remember a group of young ladies. We was part of a little, I don't even know what's the click thing, but we did a couple of videos together. He used to take them out. I said, no, I didn't want to go. After that, I didn't get booked for no more video.
Damn.
There you go.
I didn't get, you know, but I don't know if he did any of that. I've heard that. I have not seen that video. But I can believe that I don't know that he did, but something tells me he did that.
What video you didn't see?
The one that he peed on the girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Wow.
No, I didn't want to watch that.
Oh, I understand that.
No, I didn't want to watch that video.
Part of it, yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Was that him?
Oh yeah,
because he was saying that was his brother.
That was him. That was him.
Okay.
You know, but the thing of that is like incriminating yourself. You know, when you get to the point where you so big that you feel like, oh, I can do this, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. You know, this is not gonna come back on me. And you know, Bill Cosby could have been in that system well when he started making the jokes on the. So if I joke about it, then won't nobody take it serious because I made jokes about it. So if it ever do come out, like, oh, I made jokes about putting Spanish fly in,
right?
So won't nobody believe it. And R. Kelly probably was the same way. Like he put in his songs, and he put this, so they think they so big that it wouldn't happen. And when you think about it, it took a long time for people to come out. It took a long time for women to come out.
It really did.
You know,
sure did.
So even with that, it's like, how you gonna believe that it was so long ago? But in Bill's case, it wasn't 1 or 2 or 3 ladies.
Yeah, it was about 30, 40.
A decade almost.
Yeah, but still, he was like 40, 50 women. He was getting it. And it was. This is the messed up thing, because when we were talking about it, Mike said, you know what, that might be a fetish that he got, which is so messed up that for real, that you like, what did you call it? Like mama, huh?
Like he was drugging them and like a rape fetish.
Yeah, like, or a mummish, like their body is still like a corpse.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like a corpse thing. Look, allegedly. Listen, we just put something out there like if that was kind of like a fetish, because it's like, why would you have to do that? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Because you still Bill Cosby. It's not like you can't go out and get women. And it's not like, I mean, it's been going on for women will have sex with celebrities, with men with money. You can pay for it. So like you said, that could be a fetish of, no, I want you when you knocked out. When you
right.
You know?
Man. Well, that's why I was so taken away by the girl on there that he raped, but she still went to work. I couldn't have did that. I don't care how much money. We would have been in there fighting.
I think she said because she didn't believe anybody would believe her.
Right, yeah.
Because he's Bill Cosby.
Right.
You know, he the Jello pudding man. You know, he Fat Albert. You know, so you know, and she just who she is, not knowing that this happened to a whole bunch of young ladies and women before.
Exactly.
You know,
nobody say nothing.
Right, did nobody say nothing? But no, somebody had said something. But then it was all brushed up under the rug, and they were all paid off. You know, they were all paid off.
You're making too much money for a lot of people.
Too much money. Too much money. Too much money. All right, so I want to get off of Bill Cosby right now. So that was a pretty good, him and what's the name. So I want to just hit just a little bit on yeah. All right. So let me say this. So I watched from the very beginning. I watched the doc and I loved it. If you do not appreciate him for I'm not giving him the excuses of what he acting with right now, because what I think it is, it's a mixture of him being a genius, bipolar, and him being woke spiritually. And that's all. That's like that. That's that light in that dark. And he's not balanced. So right now it's clouding. He just going, you know, crying. The very person that was able to keep him stable or keep him grounded has gone away. He don't have no way. He has not learned how to connect with her in that manner to keep him where he's calm. You understand what I'm saying? But it showed me so much of how genius he was. But not only that, but because we ran in the same circle of people. I only met him one time. We ran, you know, with the same circle of people, and I remember those times. I remember those struggles. I remember those times when you're trying to get in front of somebody, or you play your tape for somebody, because it was tapes back then, or CDs back then that you put it in, right? And, you know, they were like, whatever, you know, so you have to go to another A&R or whatever like that. So it wasn't, you know, or you had to look a certain way or whatever. But I felt, and I loved his determination, you know, for it, his. And I love the way that Cootie kind of wrapped it all around, because Cootie put itself in it, especially in the last one that he put it in there. So he kind of like grounded it all around. And I think for that, that's something real to me, you know, when you can show all of you in your whole. And that's all that I've been doing these past few years, is showing the real me. And hopefully that through me showing the real me, that it will just help others. It will inspire and encourage others. And that's what he has been doing. Some of his antics right now are a little questionable. That ain't for me to judge. But he's a hurt man, meaning he's been, you know, he lost his wife. So he's, you know, he crying or whatever. I don't know.
He lost a lot. I mean, just watching the documentary, you see a lot of things that he has lost, and a lot of things he has given up and sacrificed to make his dream. And for him, it might not even be a dream.
Right.
I think his music talent for not only rapping but producing as well is so much in him, he can't do anything else.
Right.
You know, so he has followed it, and he has worked his butt off. He has been so humble doing it, you know. But the thing is doing all that, it takes away from a lot of other things that, you know, you may encounter in life.
Right.
You know, I mean, because from what I get from documentary, what they didn't show that I don't know him at all. Did he ever have a young love? Did he fall in love or get hurt back in the day? Or did he ever find somebody to you know, which kind of, in a sense, sometimes the young relationship prepared you for when you fall in love or be in relationships as you get older. Right. You know, if you ain't never been your heart broken as a teenager, then you know you ain't going to be able to deal it as a 30, 40-year-old man. So, but his love back then, and his love now, was music.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah.
You can see it, though.
It was. Yeah, it was. All right, so let me ask you this. I never asked you this, Mike, and I'm gonna ask y'all to listen to. I see y'all all right here, and I'm glad that you're here. I see you, Jeffrey, James, Growling Evans. I thought I saw T Brown. I see Bone Chip. How you doing, baby? Yeah, can we scroll some more? Can we scroll some more? Can we scroll some more? The great Charlie, how you doing, baby? Fresh boy. Mr. Joseph Tanner. Mr. Joseph Tanner was here about 30 minutes early. Chum Bucket, how you doing, baby? I saw my boy Ron C. How you doing, Robert Hall? And I think that's about it that I see. But it was somebody who asked me a question on here and asked me, would I ever come back to do a film dom scene or do a lesbian scene? And let me say this, no, I will not come back to do a film dom scene for anybody else. So you're not an OnlyFans fan, because on my OnlyFans I do still shoot film dom scenes. I just don't do hardcore. So I still do kink on my own, but I just don't have any sexual intercourse on there at all. So I still do those. And no, I don't do any more last scenes, Mr. Great Charlie. So I'm assuming you're not a loyal lover. All right. So Miss T Brown said to the first one. Scroll up to the first one. All right. T Brown said she wasn't. I wasn't really surprised about Bill Cosby. I just thought some of these celebrities only show you what they want you to see. And you know, the representative. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. You know what? You know what that is? That is so true. So let me say this. And I know I might get some backlash from this when it comes down to it. But when the women in the industry, it's like they have to, you know, you see some that try to act like, and I'm going to say it like a porn star, what they think a porn star is supposed to act like. What I used to get all the time is like, you don't look like no porn star. You don't act like no porn star. What do a porn star look like, and what do they act like? What do they act like? you know, with that. So a lot of these women, even the men, they portray on what society feels what a porn star is, even when they're not on film, that this is what they do all day, every day. Like when they at a party, like this is what we do all day, every day. And it's not. You understand what I'm saying? But you find a lot of them trying to be that. And in the process of trying to be that, you do lose yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not who you really want to be. You're like, okay, I was booked for this right here. Let me do this. When it's time for me to be glamour, to be on a red carpet, let me do that. But then they want you to show tits and ass, like, well, I gotta do that. Go watch the last film that I did. You can see all of that. But this is the mentality that they say if you really a porn star, you wouldn't have a problem with this. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it used to be. It used to be these two little guys when I used to go to conventions. Frit and frat is what I call them. And they used to always try to get me to take a neck picture with no shirt on. Like, come on, you really not supposed to do that at a convention like that, you know, at the AVN. But they would try to get you in the back and try to get you to do that. And I'd be like, why y'all keep doing that? Like, try to get that. Well, this person did that. Because they feel the nastier that you have to be, the dirtier that you have to be, that makes you a bigger porn star. You understand what I'm saying? Where that gets that fucks with that person. It really does. It fucks with their mental, because sometimes that's not really them. You know, they can be sexy on camera when it's needed to be, but then that's it. But you want them to go the extra mile after that. I'm gonna take it a step further. When you're talking about singers and actors and stuff like that, you have some, like Mike said, they are very quiet and meek. The comedians, a lot of them got to drink to be funny up there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they can't be that same person. We got to realize that they are human and they are entertainers. So they got a role to play right then and there. But once that's done, when you meet them in regular day life, they're just regular people.
Right.
So I guess for me, my real rule has been fighting. I'm a special regular person. I'm a special, and I don't want to say regular, but I'm a very special person. But I use the bathroom just like y'all do. I eat with a fork and a spoon and a knife, just like y'all do. Cut up my, you understand what I'm saying? I like soul food. You know, I like to get my freak on with my man. And if I want to add somebody in, that's not big. You understand what I'm saying? But we have to stop stereotyping people, because that is what we believe that they should be doing, because this is what they do. Because Denzel did this role. That's how Denzel is supposed to be all the time. Denzel is not supposed to have any problem. Denzel is not supposed to have any marital problem. That his kids ain't supposed to be bad. Where that happened at?
You're right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, where that happened at? Like, Nyomi ain't supposed to have no bad hair day. Girl, bye. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she is not supposed to be like, are you kidding? Let's be real. We are freaking human. All of us are human beings. At the end of the day, I have some up days that are great, that I can encourage everybody. And then sometimes I do need encouraging. And a lot of times the fans encourage me. Right. Still to this day, they still encourage me. Still to this day. Still to this day. So whoever, I want to thank y'all for continuing to encouraging me to keep going and moving on. But then you got some that out there that be, because you ain't speaking to them, they want to hate or they want to say some shit. Did you be like, for real, you want to say that? But you have those, so you just have to keep moving with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you have to keep moving with them. I hope I ain't get real preachy right there.
Amen.
Amen.
Charmaine, we in church.
We in church. Somebody take up the offering.
I feel you on that offering. I need a little wine too with mine.
Hey, communion. Let's go.
But today I had gotten a message that told me to be a leader and to forge forward and be the first and show the world something different. show them that we are not the stereotypical of what they think that we are. And when I saw that, I thought that was like, wow, that's why I didn't have no Western today. I was like, so let me be real. Let me be real because I have a whole thing of topics that I have, speaking of sex, love, relationship, spirituality, whatever. But let's talk about things that I watch TV. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what I just went through. I'm menopausing. I even had the box for y'all to know what I went to go look for earlier today. Like, are you kidding me? Like, these are things that I am going through as a beautiful Black woman that is getting ready to turn the big 5-0 later this year. And I am so blessed and happy that I have been on this earth this long to be able to do that, to be able to speak, that I was allowed to have a platform. If I just want to speak about shit, whatever. But the thing is that I'm going to be speaking to y'all in a positive way to try to encourage y'all to do and be the very best y'all can be or whatever. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Look at T Brown, pass the offering plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. So the thing is that my intentions is to make Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap bigger than life. That my intentions is to change the world. And if it's 1, 10, 20, 100, 1 million people, then that is what it is. That is what been put on me, is my purpose in life. And that's what it is. Earlier today, I said what? Move with purpose, love with purpose, be a purpose. That's going on the shirt. Don't nobody else put that on the shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
Okay.
Thank you, great Charlie. Yes, thank you. All right, so what we looking at with time? All right, so we got about 8 minutes. We got about 8 minutes. All right, because I don't count. Okay, so let me tell you this now. I found this news out now. I'm about to be real messy right here, just a little bit. So I got a message today that one of the former adult performers is Brian Pumper has been convicted of rape.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. When I got that message, I said, I can see that. And I don't want to say don't come from a judgy. I'm not coming, but I am. And I'm not even about to lie about it.
Keep it real.
I'm gonna keep it real. The very first time I met this young man, I thought he was a very nice looking guy. I really did. I thought he was a very nice looking guy. The way that he spoke and talked, it was, he was a little light-skinned yellow boy. You know them yellow pretty boys, they, try to, short. Everybody's shorter than me, but short. And but I thought, okay, cool. All right. The next time we were supposed to meet was on set. We were supposed to have this scene with him, myself, and Mr. Marcus. Mr. Marcus called me a night before and told me he just could not do this scene with this man. And I'm like, well, why? He was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm just want to let you know right now that I can't do this scene with him, whatever. So I go to set. I already know now it's just me and him working together. This man was about 4 or 5 hours late for set. Mind you, they paid for the rental of the location, makeup, hair. Me and Tina at that time, rest in peace, Tina, she was the director for it, and it was a Lex Steel production. We sitting there all this time, and I'm like, okay, I got something to do. And she was like, well, he said he on his way. She says on his way. He gets there 4 hours late. And I said, I'm not working. I waited to say, I am not working with you. I waited to say that. He told me I would give you my money to work with you. Just let me do this. I said, no. And he said, why? I said, because it's the principle of it. I said, you come on a black set, wasting a black man's money to do what? What was you doing? Matter of fact, it ain't my business, but you were supposed to be here at the same time, a little later than me, and you weren't here. You were 4 hours late. I said, no, I would never, ever work with you ever. And I stood strong with that. I heard a lot of rumors about him. I saw him through the times. I mean, we spoke. I remember a time when he was with the little one-eyed dude. He came and talked, and I looked at him. I said, take off them glasses. You're going to look me right in my face, in my eyes, and tell me what you got to say. He took off his glasses and said what he had to say. And I said, no, I cannot do that. And he walked away. So, you know, when you feel somebody, you know somebody not right. You understand what I'm saying?
So right.
You just know that they not right. Now, people gonna say, Nyomi, you wrong for that. No, the fuck I'm not. Because through the whole time, this dude has not been right. And people have been, and good riddance. I feel sorry for the women that he has raped. I feel sorry for those that he has taken advantage of. You know, so now that, hey.
That's real.
That's for real.
That's real.
For real. For real. Yes, he was a black man, and I'm sorry, but he was doing a whole lot of stuff. And I'm ready for it. Come give it to me, because y'all can't say nothing about me that I don't already know. No, nothing at all. All right, y'all. So that is our time today. Like, seriously, we just had a really good time. Just a real nice, mellow talk. We're just keeping it real. I want to thank you, Charmaine, baby, because I just hit you last minute. Like, come on over here. Let's talk about some stuff. Yeah,
I'm ready. Thank you.
Yeah, so like I said, I want to try something new with this, you know, kind of do it, you know, once a month or something like that, where we just do, you know, a free topic that we're just talking about some things, you know,
topics. The current topics.
Yeah, the current topics. Let's real. Let's be real. That's what we're going to call it, the real, you know, like that. So, and then, you know, and don't be shy. My listeners are out there, you know, please, I would love to hear your voices. If you got any questions or any advice or anything like that, please email me at info@asknyomi.com. I did have an Ask Nyomi letter. I will read it next week. I will forward over there and read it next week.
Next week we on Wednesday, right?
No, not for this one.
Okay.
Not this one. And he ain't even drinking nothing today, bro.
That's
thank you.
Mike. We ready for the benediction.
Well, this benediction is gonna be a little different. It truly is. It's gonna be a little different.
That's okay.
Very different. But I just want to leave y'all with this: is just, you know, continue to live your best, be good to yourself, and I'm gonna continue to keep telling you that, because I tell myself that the same thing. And if you ever feel like you are down and out, find you a quiet space. I'm so serious. Find you a quiet space that you can just sit there with yourself and say some words to yourself and speak highly of yourself. Seriously. I pray, I meditate. I speak to my spirits, my grandmother, my ancestors. I talk to them all day, every day, even through music. Music has such a powerful message through them. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, use that to help uplift you, but also be good to yourself. Every day is not going to be the same day that it was yesterday. It's not. And it's okay if it's not. Just know that the next day can be better. Right? Right. All right. Well, that's ending my benediction. I ain't end with a prayer though.
That's okay.
I almost got an amen, though.
I almost got an amen.
Right. You know what, the great Charlie, there is ways that you can, and that's what you got to start to open up yourself and open up your mind and your spirit, because know that we all come from a very spiritual place. See, now it's about to go somewhere else. We all come from a very spiritual place. And when I say that things be happening, woo! Things be happening. Things be happening. Seriously. So let me stop. Because when I get it right, I'm gonna come back out here and we gonna get it. But again, as I always say, always keep it sexy. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Remember, like, subscribe, share. We're trying to get some downloads here. You can hear me on iHeartRadio, Spotify, the replays on Apple Podcasts, on all of the streaming networks. You can hear me there, myself and Dog Pound Mike.
Yep.
Remember, Be good. Keep it sexy.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.